Good morning, students. This is Nabiullah Siddiqui, your computer teacher. As you all know, the world is passing through the crisis time. Nowadays, everything has been shut down. So, um, what I can say, in this time, it is best to stay home and remain safe. Hmm? I think you must be missing your friends, school, class, and of course, your teachers. So, here I am to help you to learn new topics during that quarantine. So today I'll be studying your first chapter, which is internet. In that chapter I shall be telling you about the internet, what is the history of the internet, who governs the internet, and what are the uses, advantages and disadvantages of the internet. So after my video, you will be able to explain what is the history of the internet, how it works, who governs the internet, and so on. So let's start here. The chapter is internet. So what is the internet? Internet has revolutionized the communication to the extent that it is now our preferred medium of everyday communication. Yes, इंटरनेट को हम यूज़ करते हैं कम्युनिकेशन के लिए, और ये हमारी लाइफ का एक हिस्सा, एक पार्ट हो गया है. हर वक्त आपको मोबाइल में इंटरनेट चाहिए. कंप्यूटर, लैपटॉप बिना इंटरनेट के यूज़लेस लगते हैं. खैर, तो इंटरनेट हमारी लाइफ का एक पार्ट है. सो इट्स ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग वी डू टू यूज़ इंटरनेट. फॉर ऑर्डरिंग अ पिज़्ज़ा, ऑफ कोर्स, मंथली ग्रॉसरीज, बाइंग अ टेलीविज़न, एनी प्रोडक्ट, और एनी इंस्टेंट मैसेजिंग, पिक्चर पोस्ट करते हैं, पिक्चर शेयरिंग, लाइफ शेयरिंग मोमेंट्स विद अ फ्रेंड एट्सेट्रा. बट व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉपर डेफिनेशन ऑफ इंटरनेट? देयर इज डेफिनेशन नंबर 1: an interconnection of large and small networks around the world is internet. पूरी वर्ल्ड में, वर्ल्ड वाइड, ग्लोब वाइड, ठीक है, छोटे नेटवर्क, बड़े नेटवर्क, सारे नेटवर्क्स को अगर जोड़ दिया जाता है तो वर्ल्ड वाइड कनेक्शन बनता है. तो एक कनेक्शन जो वर्ल्ड वाइड है, छोटे बड़े सभी नेटवर्क्स को मिला करके. तो इसकी शॉर्ट डेफिनेशन दूसरी क्या बनती है? नेक्स्ट डेफिनेशन इज अ नेटवर्क ऑफ नेटवर्क्स, मीन्स बहुत सारे नेटवर्क्स का एक बड़ा नेटवर्क इज इंटरनेट. ओके, सो हाउ द इंटरनेट स्टार्टेड. इंटरनेट कब शुरू हुआ, कैसे शुरू हुआ, देखते हैं. सो द हिस्ट्री ऑफ द इंटरनेट. इन 1969, द यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैलिफोर्निया at Los Angeles and University of Utah were connected with the beginning of the ARPANET. ARPANET की स्टार्टिंग में इनको जोड़ा गया. ARPANET क्या है? What is ARPANET? ARPANET is Advanced Research Projects Agencies Network. That is ARPANET. Initially it was working on the speed 56 kilobits per second. It was developed by the United States Department of Defense. What was the goal? Why it was established? The goal of this project was to connect the computer at different universities and US Defense Department. So it was the first network formed ever, ARPANET. Then in mid-80s, another federal agency, that is National Science Foundation, created a high capacity network which was more capable than ARPANET. इससे ज़्यादा उसके पास कैपेबिलिटीज़ थी, ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग नेटवर्क था, ज़्यादा फास्ट था. बट एक प्रॉब्लम थी. देयर वाज ओनली ड्रॉबैक ऑफ द NFS नेट वाज इट वाज अलाउड टू कनेक्ट एकेडमिक रिसर्चर्स ओनली. सो इस नेटवर्क पर केवल एकेडमिक्स और रिसर्च के लिए ही अलाउ किया गया था. नॉर्मल पब्लिक इसको अलाउ नहीं, यूज़ नहीं कर सकती थी. सो द इंडिविजुअल्स एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एंड द बिजनेस इंडिविजुअल्स started to make their own, उन्होंने खुद के नेटवर्क बनाने स्टार्ट किए, एंड दे कॉल्ड इट प्राइवेट नेटवर्क. Yes. So now we are having ARPANET, we are having NFSNet, National Science Foundation Net, NSFNet, and the many other private networks. Later on, these all networks were connected together. So connected to these private networks were connected to ARPANET, NSFNet to form a bigger network. So that network was known as internet. Okay, so the internet really becomes popular in 1990s after the development of www, which is World Wide Web. So what's the history of the internet? The history of the internet is that you can say that in 1990s ARPANET evolved. Yes. Then number 2, in 1980s NSFNet. Okay. After that many other private networks in 1990s also. That is number 3. And all these 3 connected together in 1990s, which was called as, yes, internet. So this is internet. Now who governs the internet? So sometimes we think that the internet is governed by any firm or organization, but it is not. So internet is not governed by any single organization, but there are some voluntary groups. So these volunteer groups had been formed to help coordinate and development of the internet. So these organizations are, number 1, you can say IAB. IAB is Internet Architecture Board. For what it is? So it is a technical advisory group of the Internet Society and the charter to provide oversight of the architecture of the internet. It is a protocol and the resource. So first you can say is IAB. Second is IETF. IETF is Internet Engineering Task Force. So it develops and maintains the internet's communication protocols. What are the protocols? Protocols are the set of the rules. So what are the rules to be used to communicate on the internet are being developed and maintained by Internet Engineering Task Force. So the next is IRTF, Internet Research Task Force. This is for the researchers problem. NIC. NIC is basically known as Network Information Center. So Network Information Center is for to provide the information. WWW Consortium. So World Wide Web Consortium is a development standard. Okay, so it develops the standard for evolution of the web. And Internet Society, ISOC, it is concerned with the growth and evolution of the internet that we can be used.